finally, John Joe Nevin.
Yeah.
Again, saw him. That's my first time I met you. You're cool.
Yeah.
He had the win there. Tell me what's happening with him, playing for him, because he's another one that's like got a good.
Yeah. Olympic silver medalist. He's won bloody
boxing in America.
I think he's won 2 or 3 world amateur bronze medals. He's won everything. Like, and he's honestly he's such a talent. Like, things he can do with a pair of gloves on. He's like a little magician. He sparred Lomachenko a few times. Like, this is the class he can mix in. I think there's a few things happening with him because he lives in Ireland, and when he's got a fight, he comes over here to train with us. But because of his promotional contract, I think.
Who's he with? Is it Golden? He was with Golden Boy, wasn't he?
I think so, yeah. And I think obviously because of the American thing, he's been fighting a lot out there, just on 4s and 6 rounds and stuff. And I think he predominantly would like to come sort of back over this way because obviously he's closer to home. He's not got to spend as long as away from his family. But again, I think he's another one, John Joe, this year. I think you'll see him on a few big cards this year. He's another one. He's just waiting to get his foot on the ladder to just go like boom, boom again. And he's one of them. He's ready. Like, he's boxed the best in the world. Like, and his talent and skill is just unbelievable. So he's ready right now to any of them boys that are with the big promoters that are in his weight division. He get in now. He's ready now.
He's got a fight lined up.
I think he'll probably go in March. Probably.
Is that like a British Warriors card, or will that be?
I've got a feeling that one might be in America.
Okay. And
then I think the one after that, they'll look to do something like back here or in Ireland or something like that.
Is it like the Spike O'Sullivan kind of situation? He's like signed to go
away,
and he's
a bit similar, yeah, a bit similar. Yeah. But it's like he's super famous, like from in Ireland, everyone knows who he is.
Because I knew who he was, but again, this is probably like more of a hardcore thing. But like fighting at the York Hall, like Chris Congo as well. I mean, these are like super talented, and he's not televised.
I know.
It's
mad.
It kind of shows in a way that how British boxing is going at the moment. There's so much talent that it's not enough TV slots.
It's madness, isn't it? And it's almost like sometimes if you're going to be on these big platforms now, you've either got to have an Olympic medal, be an Olympian, or sometimes it ain't ideal, but you've got to be in fights that are sometimes a little bit too early for you to basically try and progress and push on and move on. It was never heard of people winning British titles in their like 8th, 9th, 10th fight. Some of these boys are still learning now, but they're having to do it under the pressure of winning British titles, Commonwealth titles, and before you know it, they're fighting in world title fights with like from 15 to 20 fights. Sometimes, and back in the day, when I look back to say Ricky Hatton, for example, I'm not sure what fight he won his British title in, but then he won the WBU, and I think he made about 15 defences of it, just selling the MEN out like time and time again. And eventually, I think he got to about 38-0 or 39-0 or whatever it was, and then he boxed Costa Zoom, and that was like he was boxing like all sort of like he was boxing Czech Premiership boys like mid. But then all of a sudden when he boxed Costa Zoom, then he was in the Champions League.
Like, he wasn't. Costa Zoom was a favourite as well, big favourite.
Yeah, I remember. I think it was at 2 o'clock in the morning in Manchester. I didn't actually stay up to watch it. I was too young at the time. I remember watching boxing, but I could never have stayed up and watched it.
I remember watching it. It shows how old I am. But
and then literally, like, I got up and watched it the next day, and he just boxed out of his skin.
Like, what was it? 11th round.
He did come out for the 12th round, didn't he?
That's it, 12th,
Costa Zoo. And then from there, he went and boxed. He boxed Carlos Mauser. Again, he was awkward, not the best, but awkward. Then he stepped up and boxed Collazo at welterweight, which you could see he was a bit too small for the welterweights. And then he dropped back down and he beat Urango. That was in Vegas. And then he boxed Castillo. Jose Luis Castillo. And after the Castillo fight, he got the Mayweather fight. But again, it was back up at welterweight. And after that, he obviously lost to Mayweather. He come back at Man City, and he boxed. Who did he box? I can't remember.
I think my dad booked my
Can't remember the guy's name now.
Who's he?
He was a foreign fella. I can't think of his name. And then he come back. Then he boxed Paulie Malignaggi.
Yeah.
And then from there he boxed Pacquiao. And then obviously from there he started to like go into his depression and stuff. But yeah, it was off the subject. But yeah, basically people don't get that amount of fights no more before really sort of like being stepped up and tested for sort of domestic and world honours.
Just how did you and John Joe kind of get connected?
So he's always sort of like known, like watching James DeGale in the Olympics and stuff. And there's a fellow that we know called Ron Bodie, who's always like helped us out and stuff. And we was needing help for Reece Belotti's fight with Jason Cunningham at the time. Even though John Joe's not a natural southpaw, like he can switch both ways. So Ron said, look, we can do some sparring with John Joe Nevin if you want. And I was like, we've got to take that spar, like, because he's a brilliant fighter. Obviously got the spar, he come down, he liked the setup and where the gym was and the banter inside of it and all that sort of stuff. And pretty much from there really got speaking to him and all that sort of stuff. And yeah, ever since then really, he's sort of always been in our company and in the gym and training and stuff. And yeah, he's a really nice kid and really easy to work with as well.
So are you the head trainer or is it Dad?
So my dad's the head trainer and you could call me like his little assistant sidekick if you like. So basically I pretty much know where they're at in training, what they need to do. So
if your dad like you, because when I saw you, your dad was in Miami with
exactly,
James,
yeah.
You can...
So if he's away,
yeah,
I pretty much know where they are in training, what they've got to be doing on certain days, what numbers they've got to hit, when they got to taper, got to sort the sparring out, all the things they got to work on. So I pretty much, I'm just a younger version of my old man, really. Just like because I know the way it works.
That means you can take up like
yeah.
when your dad was in
yeah.
Miami and
yeah, it's almost like having two in one.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I just can't be in two places at once. Yeah. It's just physically impossible. But I've been working with my dad now since 2013, roughly. So it's been like 5-6 years. So I've been working with him for a while now, and obviously I get to meet the boys from when they first start, so they get comfortable with obviously working with my dad and myself and like whatever. And yeah, that's basically our little setup. My brother's there as well, and yeah, we just sort of like just do it the Mac way, really. That's what.
Do you get approached from fighters wanting to join your stable, and do you keep it as a small stable deliberately? Yeah,
so you always get sort of like messages and all that sort of stuff. And my dad always says like what he likes to do is he likes to give the boys a trial at first from both ends. So if he's around, if he's not in America and all that sort of stuff, that's another thing. Especially if they're just turning pro, he said they need that time where I can put it into them to transform them from an amateur into a professional. It's not fair on them if they come on and all of a sudden I'm in America for like 3 months. It just don't really work.